Do I have a voice?
I hear it.
Okay.
You mean like, did Ursula steal it?
Well, funny you should say that. I did go to the Disney Rave of Friday of last week, and I lost my voice for like 4 days.
I did notice that the Patreon plug that's going to be at the start of this episode too, cuties, the Patreon plug did seem a little Countess Luann de Lesseps. It was very sultry.
My problem, and here's the thing, the Disney Rave was so fun. I had the time of my life. I was singing Sneaker Night like nobody's business. But then they would let 6 people on stage at a time. That was the rule. You didn't need to like put your name in. You could just run up if a song spoke to you, but there was a 6-person limit. So there were girls that like dressed like the Cheetah Girls. So they would request a song and then go up and perform their song. Or like people dressed like the Goofy movie went up and did the dance from that. So like if your group had a routine rehearsed, they could go up and do it. Or unrehearsed. I was on that stage 5 times.
Was everybody using proper Disney etiquette where they weren't abusing the privilege that there wasn't a sign-up list? Or
Hannah Montana got up there a lot. So she first went up for Best of Both Worlds by herself. Everyone gave her the stage. It was like a Hannah Montana concert. And that's why I lost my voice. Because when the Cheetah Girls were up there, when Camp Rockcast was up there performing Demi Lovato, Jonas Brothers duet, I treated it like it was a concert. And I was screaming, Chelsea, like wooing them on. But Hannah Montana then did get a little too lenient with how often she was on stage. But then so did Powerline from the Goofy movie and me. So it was the 3 of us up there often performing routines together. And may I say, we killed the love song from Hercules.
I'm imagining that somebody came dressed as Hades, found a way to light their hair up blue, spent all this time and effort to put in this costume, and is like, here it is, my song, Hercules, and then is trying to push their way through, and there's
6 people on stage already.
Too late, sorry. Go back to the underworld, bitch.
Now, I did personally request Sneaker Night. She played that for me, thank God. I didn't get on stage for that. That was my first request. I needed to let it loose. But then I requested the breakup song from High School Musical 2. Me and my sister were on stage for that. You know, we love an incest duet. So anytime that she and I can sing a breakup or sex song, we're going to sing it.
That's why you love Ashley Darby. You and Ashley Darby have that in common. That's probably why Coffee and Love resonates so much in your soul, is because she did sing that song with her brother.
You're absolutely right. I never thought about that, but you're probably correct. Also, my knees are all scraped up because in the High School Musical 2 breakup song, it is Vanessa Hudgens for 70% of the song. And then when Zac Efron sings, he sings, "What about us?" So I naturally slid on my knees like a boy band. And I was in booty shorts, you may recall. So my knees are tore.
But with your costume, you could have worn knee pads.
I could have. I didn't think about it. And I should have known I was going to slide across the floor. At my sister's wedding, I brought a change of pants and shoes, so I wasn't sliding across the floor in a rented tux. Like, I brought outfit changes so I could slide across the floor when Footloose came on. So I should have known I would have done it here.
Yeah, well, next time.
Yeah, next time. My sister wants to go to the Broadway one. That's coming to Philadelphia in November. So we're already looking at costume ideas. She wants to be the Heathers. Fine, that's cute. However, I do need booty shorts involved in mine.
Why don't you and your sister go as Sandy and Danny, and then you can be Sandy when she gets all sexy, and you can wear little leather booty shorts.
Grease is a little too basic.
But then there's plenty of songs about fucking each other.
You know what?
Those summer
you
nights.
might be onto something.
Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well.
While we're onto my booty shorts, I do need to talk about, I get diarrhea whenever I visit my parents' house.
Cuties, if you're playing along at home, check the clock. I think we are 3 minutes in.
I get diarrhea often, just often, but always when I go to my parents' house.
You know that Tom Hamlet is picking up his phone right now as he listens to the episode to text you about your butthole, because he is very concerned.
He is, and that's part of the reason I started becoming a top, because it's hard to bottom when you're clogged up.
Would we say clogged up, or would we say Niagara Falls?
Both. That's the real reason I have that towel, Chelsea, that I talk about in the next episode, because if I lay on my couch and use a butt toy, it unclogs it.
Well, cuties, that's a little teaser for things to come in our Beetlejuice episode.
But here's the thing, it's not just me. If you watch gay porn, Chelsea, they usually do it on some kind of towel in case that happens. You don't want to do it on a white comforter.
Well, towels are involved in heterosexual sex, too.
Vaginal?
There's juices that flow.
That stain it?
Well, depending.
Wow, I learned something new every day.
Thanks for coming to our sex talk. Just call us Dr. Ruth.
So I took 4 Imodium before the big event because I was wearing booty shorts and I had diarrhea. My sister had a pregame at her house where we could drink and she made appetizers. I knew this was the mindset of a party. I wasn't going to not drink and I wasn't going to not eat. So if I had 4 Imodium, I could binge eat on mozzarella sticks and pizza bagels and drink 7 Trulies before I even left the house. And that's exactly what I did.
We love a person who's going to think ahead. You didn't come with the knee pads, but you did come stocked with keep yourself from pooping pills.
No, I didn't. It was just in my parents' medicine cabinet. And what's the realty of it is the pack was a pack of 6, and I had 4 of them. So now when they go in to shit themselves next time, there's only 2 left.
Are you supposed to take 4 at a time?
Well, there's a gay porn star that takes 10 before he does butt
Well,
stuff.
I don't know if that's the beacon of educational light we should
But
be.
that is what I want to be, remember?
Well, yeah, and I know that you're supposed to dress for the job you want, and the booty shorts certainly are speaking to that, but I think that maybe we should read the back and see what a suggested serving size is. We're not looking to Snooki to see what drinking in moderation is.
Well, funny you speak of Snooki. That's why I took this Imodium, because I remembered in her book, A Sure Thing, that the main character, someone puts diuretics in her drink as punishment, so then she shits herself on the dance floor. So when I had a vision of me in these booty shorts, Snooki in A Sure Thing was the first thing I thought of.
Thank God for Snooki. Well, it did look like you had a lovely time. I was catching up on Big Brother. We were having, as is tradition, very different Friday nights. I was wrapped in double weighted blankets. My goal in life is to one day just be smushed by weighted blankets. I love it. Just catching up on Big Brother, and I was getting the video updates. And then when I got the video update that, in fact, Sneaker Night had been played, I took a big sigh of relief because I knew that I would never hear the fucking end of it if Sneaker Night had not been played. But you went full feral, and I was really happy for you because I know I shit on your hobbies, interests, likes, things that bring you joy, etc. It's my favorite thing to do. It brings me joy to shit on your joy. But really, when I see you in your element there, I love watching you do your thing just purely in the moment at that Disney rave. So I'm glad you had a good time.
And you know what? Now that you bring it up, I wasn't going to mention it. It was in my notes and then I wasn't going to talk about it, but I will now. I got this boy's number at the Disney rave. And whether anything happens from it or not, even if I don't need to take Imodium before hanging out with him, even if I just got the number, it is nice to have been able to truly be myself and someone still had enough interest in me to get my number. I feel like most times when I get numbers, I'm like playing butch at a bar and not dancing the way I want to and just standing against the wall with my drink and nodding because that's how you have to entice men in, and then you can show them, hey,
what about us?
Yeah, but I didn't have to trick him. He was just like Powerline from a Goofy movie. I was just like Disney Channel Games, and we just bonded over our love of Vanessa Hudgens.
I'm very proud of you, and that makes me very happy because you should be your truest, most authentic self and get those numbers.
Thank you. Now, I did scare him away when I sent nudes within 2 hours, but that's okay.
Well, I think there might be different rules for Disney gays. I think that's where the miscommunication was.
I know, but I'm one, so I always think I'm everyone's target audience, and I'm not.
Well, you always think that the way that you view the world is the way everyone views the world, because that's the same as like when you introduce me to a movie that you say, I'm absolutely going to love, and 2 minutes in, I text you and say, Donny, what the fuck? And then you're like, oh, I forgot you're a different person than I am.
Yeah.